Thank you, Mr. Landez. Thank you, Cherokee Phoenix. Thank you to each of the tribal citizens that are here in the room and watching abroad. This is our government, and it's about us on Saturday, June 3rd. It's not about a national political party. It's not about one or two attorneys controlling the whole tribe. It is about you, the Cherokee people, and your families. So the question is, large budgets, biggest ever, do you feel safer? Do you have more services that you need when you call the tribal complex? Are we doing our job as a government? Because if we're not focused on you and making sure that we meet your needs, whether it's basic calls for registration to enroll the next generation of citizens, or it's domestic violence calls, or the open sewage pipe that is being piped into Spring Creek that was reported and never answered by our environmental services group. If you feel like you are not better off after the last 12 years of failed leadership, then you need to look elsewhere on Saturday, June 3rd, and consider any one of us on this stage other than those folks that are in power today. Because what I see is a few benefiting. Pay-to-play politics down to the level of contract health services. While we have people dying of cancer or not getting the $500 per month that they need for a colostomy bag, that's really happening. Or not getting a pacemaker because they say we're out of money while we pour money into a rundown casino in Tunica, Mississippi that is not going to employ Cherokee Nation citizens without moving them there. My deputy chief running mate, David Walkingstick, and I would immediately turn the chief's mansion into a proper domestic violence shelter with security.
Ms. Cowan-Watts, your time is up.
Thank you.
Well, once again, I want to thank the Cherokee Phoenix for holding this debate. This is important. The Cherokee people ought to hear from the candidates seeking this office. This office doesn't belong to us. It belongs to the Cherokee people. You've got to judge us based on our experience and our track record. I also want to thank the people in the audience. Particularly want to thank my family. I said it before. Being chief is the most important thing I do every day other than being a father, a husband, and a grandfather. But I give you my all as chief, and so does Deputy Warner, Deputy Chief Warner as deputy chief. You have to look at what we've done. Over the past 4 years, we've tripled the amount of money that go into programs and services so that these issues that we have to take on with healthcare, contract health, making sure we create wellness facilities for people, making sure we take on this really difficult issue of drug addiction and not just talk about it and throw up our hands, but put real resources and talent into it. We've got to save the Cherokee language, and we've got strategies that are working. You know, in the last 4 years, we've repaired or replaced 4,000 homes. We need to keep doing that. We've reached out to elders who are in need, and we've extended a hand to them, sometimes the first time they've ever gotten it. We have made sure during the most challenging times that this nation has faced in generations that we were ready for the test. We made sure that during the COVID shutdown, no employee missed a paycheck. We made sure that every Cherokee citizen who needed it got $2,000 payments to make sure in their lives they would have something extra to protect themselves. We've reached out to communities big and small, and we've made investments that are going to make a difference in the lives of the Cherokee people economically and culturally, and in terms of their health care and in terms of their environment for generations to come. This is about whether we pass the test, and I think we passed it. I respectfully ask for your vote for me for Principal Chief and Brian Warner for Deputy Principal Chief. Wado.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of you for being here, for mostly being polite. And I would also like to thank the Phoenix for hosting this. This is an opportunity for you and all Cherokee people who are watching to get an idea of what it is that we have to offer and why we decided that we would step up on this stage and put our names on the ballot. As I said whenever I started this, Constitution is the foundation. It is the blueprint of our people. It is the representation of our sovereignty. Each one of us are sovereign. Each one of us designate to the government our sovereignty. It is a precious item, and it is being mishandled. this administration has approved a law that says if you spend your own money on a campaign, you have broken the law. Not only that, but you could go to prison. You could end up, as Mr. Nofire said, in Texas with a $500,000 civil penalty. Our Constitution says that excessive fines are prohibited. Now, this has not ever gone to court because nobody wants to challenge it. Nobody wants to face a $500,000 civil penalty. So everybody is being extremely cautious, but that violates your rights to free speech. If you want to support a candidate and you don't want to give your money to any of the other candidates, that's your right. And he has signed a law that says that you don't have that right anymore. And if you exercise that right, you'll go to prison. So I ask you for your vote on June 3rd so
Your
that
time
we
is
can
up, Mr.
control
Cornsilk.
this government.
Mr. Hoskin, you have 30 seconds to respond to the challenge.
Well, it's more baseless allegations, but I will take the opportunity to remind the Cherokee people that in the last 4 years, when there were difficult times, I stepped up, the deputy chief stepped up, our council stepped up, and the point is we work together. We work collaboratively when there were difficult times. There may be difficult times ahead, but also during the times that weren't as difficult, we seized opportunities to invest in healthcare, housing, and education. That's what the Cherokee people deserve. That's what they'll get with 4 more years.
Appreciate that. Appreciate everyone for joining us tonight. Appreciate the Cherokee Phoenix and appreciate those who have joined me on stage this evening. We are a beautiful nation with beautiful people in it, built out of love, unity, and balance. That is what we must restore. I have the plan and the team to restore that love, unity, and balance. As a tribe, we know that if one of us falls, 2 will rise up, and if 10 shall fall, 100 will take a stand. I spoke to many of you my entire life, not just lately, and you have spoken to me, and I've heard your words. You say, give us back our tribe, the nation, the business back to the people where it belongs. It's the people's government and the people's business. This election will mark a time in history as the time where the people got their tribe back. My team and our plan will audit, expose, and bring power and the rights not only back to the people as a whole, but your rights to the individual person and your sovereign rights under God to be free. Free of government, free of oppression, free of dictators. I believe historically our chiefs were all warriors. And that's what we need today. And that is why I am asking for your vote June 3rd. I believe in you, trust in me, and let me go get our tribe back to the people, our nation back to the natural order, and protect our families' rights to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. What on?